Modern mental health. This is another video I was told not to make. But this is a subject that is on a lot of people's minds, especially millennials and Gen Z, almost obsessively. And COVID did nothing to help the mental health situation. So we're going to find some modern mental health weird on today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel. I have long suspected that I may harbor some issues, but nothing I would go so far as to claim without a nodding professional to back it up. What are your feelings on the subject? Is all this mental health exploration good or bad? Let me know down in the comments. All right, let's get into it. First, the things we should all know. Mental health is like the Wi-Fi signal for your brain. When it's strong, everything runs smoothly. But when it's weak, you can't quite connect with the world in the way that you want to. Now, sometimes it's about managing stress, emotions, and thoughts so they don't crash your mental system. And hey, it's just like a software update. A little self-care or therapy now and then can help keep things running smoothly. Weird thing number 5. The 5 most common mental health issues. Anxiety. It's like your brain's overproductive friend who sees danger in everything, whether it's an actual crisis or just a weird noise your fridge makes. Anxiety loves to keep you on your toes, even if those toes are in hospital slippers. Depression. Depression is that uninvited guest that shows up to a party and sits in the corner, making everybody feel a little bit gloomier. It has a knack for turning getting out of bed into an Olympic-level event. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD. Imagine having a brain that's like a neat freak with a checklist, insisting that the door needs to be checked 10 times before you can leave the house. Check it 9 times, you're going back. It's like your mind's way of saying, better safe than sorry, or sane. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. PTSD is like your brain's overzealous security system, constantly replaying past trauma like it's the worst movie sequel ever. Unfortunately, this doesn't end with popcorn and a good night's sleep. And then there's bipolar disorder. Think of it as a mental roller coaster with unexpected twists. One moment you're soaring through the highs, the next you're plummeting into the lows. It's like your mood decided to sign on for a thrill ride without asking you first. Weird thing number 4. Self-diagnosis is running rampant. Now, self-diagnosis often relies on internet searches and online quizzes, which can lead to misinformation, the overwhelming majority of the time. Just because you relate to a few symptoms doesn't mean you have that condition. It's like Googling a headache and then convincing yourself you've got a rare tropical disease. Or as is the case in the majority of the time, you don't actually have the issue. You're just playing pick-me on social media. By focusing on what you think is the problem, you might be overlooking the real underlying issue. So it's like trying to fix a squeaky door when the whole house needs a new foundation. Self-diagnosis can delay seeking professional help, meaning that you might miss out on effective treatment. It's like trying to repair your car with duct tape when what you need is a mechanic. Labeling yourself with a condition you don't actually have can lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. It's like convincing yourself you're allergic to everything, then spending your life avoiding peanuts, pets, and sunshine, when the one thing that might make you happy is peanuts, pets, and sunshine. Mental health is incredibly complex, and professionals spend decades studying it. Self-diagnosing is like trying to play a piano concerto after one lesson. It's easy to hit a lot of the wrong notes. Weird thing number 3. Therapy animals. Llamas are becoming increasingly used as therapy animals. Their big eyes and gentle demeanor make them surprisingly soothing. Plus, their fluffy fur doubles as a built-in emotional support blanket. And while therapy cats might look like they're just lounging around, that's their strategy. They act aloof so you don't feel guilty about unloading your problems on them, but honestly, they're just there for the snacks. Miniature pigs are becoming popular therapy animals. They're smart, social, and always happy to listen, especially if you have a stash of treats. Just don't be surprised if they oink in agreement when you vent. By the way, miniature pigs are only miniature when they are little. My cousin got his wife a miniature pig about 10 years ago. It's currently 350 pounds. Ducks on duty. Some ducks are trained as therapy animals, waddling their way into people's hearts. They might not be as soft as a bunny, but they've got that whole calm and quacky thing down to an art. And then there's horses. Equine therapy is a thing, and horses are pros at sensing emotions. They're basically giant sensitive therapists. Plus, spending time with them gives you an excuse to wear a cowboy hat without judgment. Weird thing number 2, self-care. Nap time is a legitimate thing. It turns out that napping is not just for toddlers. It is a valid form of self-care. So next time you doze off in the middle of the day, just tell everyone you're engaging in some serious mental health maintenance. A warm bubble bath can do wonders for stress. Now sure, you might feel a bit silly surrounded by rubber duckies, but let your stress float away with the ducks, along with all the bubbles. Dancing around your living room is a surprisingly effective mood booster. And if anyone catches you, it's just part of your rigorous self-care routine. Basically, it's exercise after all. Chatting with your houseplants is a great way to practice self-care. They won't judge your problems, and you'll boost their growth with all that extra carbon dioxide. Talk about a win-win. Adult coloring books are a popular way to unwind. Who knew that coloring inside or outside the lines could be so therapeutic? Plus, it's a perfect excuse to buy those fancy markers you've been eyeing. And finally, weird thing number 1, the issue with pharmaceuticals. Mental health prescriptions often come with a long list of potential side effects, from may cause drowsiness to might make you feel like you've had too much coffee. It's like playing a game of side effects bingo. You never know which one you're going to get. Now, have you ever noticed how mental health medications have the most complicated names? Trying to pronounce them correctly feels like you're preparing for a spelling bee, except the prize is peace of mind. Some prescriptions can make you feel like you've skipped straight to bedtime, even if it's only noon. Who knew that one little pill could be the ultimate time machine for nap enthusiasts? Mental health meds often take weeks to kick in, leading to that awkward phase where you're like, is it working, or am I just in a good mood because I had extra guacamole today? Starting a new prescription often comes with the mental check-in, do I feel better yet? So you find yourself analyzing every little thought like it's a mood ring, trying to figure out if the meds have finally kicked in, or you just really enjoying the last episode of your favorite show. I don't think Big Pharma is out to make you all that much better, just functional enough to continue working and afford your next prescription. That's just my opinion, and full disclosure, I am not a trained pharmacist. Well, that's it for today's session. You're doing so much better. Please like and subscribe and watch for more of my videos. I would really appreciate it. And for those still watching, today's code word is Freud. Put that in the comments because you know all these issues are probably just about sex anyway. Take care. Have a great day.